National Shelter Movement of South Africa is urging the government to address the underfunding and poor service delivery to women's shelters. The NGO has written an open letter to President Cyril Ramaphosa, the Department of Women and the Social Development Department. It says the situation in the Eastern Cape can no longer be ignored. Let's discuss this with Chrislynn Moonieyan, the Eastern Cape representative of that movement. Chrislynn, thank you very much for joining us. I suspect that the reason why you went and wrote to some of the national departments of government is because you've exhausted all avenues in the Eastern Cape.
Good morning and thank you for having me. Yes, it's exactly as you said. We've had numerous meetings and engagements with the Department of Social Development. We have protested in 2019. We also handed over a memorandum to the Minister of Social Development in front of the Parliament buildings in Cape Town.
Now, Chrislynn, just to discuss the open letter that you've written to the President and those departments, you say that the situation in the Eastern Cape is reaching boiling point. Can you just elaborate on that for us?
And also, it's not just in the Eastern Cape, but also this is the experience of provinces across South Africa. And then specifically, if we talk about the impact of this, shelters have not received funding for up to 4 or 5 months as of late. And this has severe consequences on the efficacy and the service delivery to the victims of gender-based violence. So, for instance, the quality and the quantity of services that are provided in the shelters, there's a high staff turnover, some staff not receiving salaries for this period, like I said, for up to 4 months. Some shelter managers and staff use personal funds to take them through the day-to-day, providing basic services to women in the shelters, and also take out loans to cover costs, and bearing also in mind that only stipends can be reclaimed. So, they can't backdate and get this money back that they've spent thus far. And then the expectation also is that the funding needs to be used up within a specific date as well, within a specific time frame, or else it is seen as mismanagement of funds as well.
Now, Chrislynn, we have spoken a lot about gender-based violence. You say in your letter that there isn't enough funding going to the Department of Social Development, for instance. Would you say the Department of Social Development and the Women's Department is weak, or would you say that government in general is not giving these departments money? And if not, what is the President going to do different?
Development, the Department of Women, so that we can talk about a way forward to hold Department of Social Development accountable for these actions, and also to put measures in place so that payments can be done timeously, as well as looking at simplified processes of the payments as well, because even the applying for funding, sending your business plan, signing your service level agreements with the Department of Social Development is a long and tedious process, and this can take up to even 2 months before shelters even receive a synopsis, which is the breakdown of the funds, and then the actual funding in their bank accounts. So we are calling on the President to meet with us, to have these discussions, because ultimately the victims of gender-based violence bear the burden of poor service delivery.
Well, thank you very much, Chrislynn Moonieyan of the National Shelter Movement of South Africa.